going on, guys? So today's video is going to be a requested video. Basically what somebody asked me was, can you go over your rod and reel arsenal? Sure, we'll go over it. So up here I have all of my rods and reels. I have everything basically set up from cranking to jerk base to top water to bottom contact to spinning rods. And so anyway, so let's go over them one at a time. The video might be a little lengthy because, well, there's, you got 11, 12, 13 setups. So we'll try to go as quickly as possible through it. So my first setup is going to be my 7'10" glass cranking rod. This is my deep cranking rod setup right here. This is for throwing the big 10XDs, the big 6XDs, and so forth. And right now I have a Dredger 25.5 tied on right now, so it dives down to 25.5 foot of water. That's 10 pound. That's 10 pound Seaguar Red Label fluorocarbon line that's tied on, and I've got it paired up with a Lew's BB1 5-to-1 gear ratio, and it also has the Boca bearings inside of it, so I can get that long cast out of this rod right here, get that bait down as deep as I can get it. My second setup is going to be a Dixie Custom. They're both Dixie Custom rods. This is a Dixie Custom 7'10". The next one is going to be a Dixie Custom 7-foot glass cranking rod. This is going to be for my shallow to medium diving crankbaits, and I've also got that paired up with a 6-1-to-1 13 fishing Concept A, and that's 12 pound fluorocarbon Red Label Seaguar. And then the next my next one's going to be my jerkbait rod, and it's also, I can also throw crankbaits on this rod as well. It's a 6'8" medium light moderate, and I've got it paired up with a 6-6-to-1 gear ratio, 13 fishing Concept A, and that's 10 pound fluorocarbon Red Label from Seaguar line that's paired up with. My next one's going to be also a Dixie Custom rod, and it's a top water special that he offers. It's a 6-1 extra fast tip. I've got 20 pound braid, Power Pro braid on there, and that's a 7-3-to-1 gear ratio, 13 fishing Concept A, and that's basically what I just throw all my top waters on. The next one is also a Dixie Custom rod. It's a 6'3" medium heavy with a fast tip. I've got that paired up with a Concept A from 13 fishing, 7-3-to-1 gear ratio, and that is 12 pound Red Label Seaguar fluorocarbon. The next rod is probably one of my favorite ones. It's actually the oldest rod that I own. It's also a Dixie Custom 6'8" medium heavy, and it's my buzzbait rod. That's all it is. I just throw buzzbaits on this rod. I've got 30 pound Power Pro braid, and I've got it paired up to a Daiwa Tatula CT 7-3-to-1 gear ratio, and again, that is just my buzzbait rod. The next rod that I've got is probably one of the it's another older rod that I've owned. It's also a Dixie Custom 7-3 medium heavy. It's the micro stick, and I've got it on the Concept Z from 13 fishing, and this is basically what I throw my swim baits on, my jigs, Texas rigs, and so stuff like that. The next rod is one that I've recently just got from Dixie Customs. It's the new Icon series. It's the Meat Stick Junior to 7-3 heavy, and that's just going to be my jigging and heavy Texas rig rod. Also probably a swim bait, big swim bait rod, and I've got 15-pound fluorocarbon line tied on it, red label Seaguar. And I've got a Daiwa Flowego 8-to-1 gear ratio reel paired up to that. And the next rod that I've got, it's not going to be a Dixie Custom rod. It's actually a rod that I'm going to try out this year and see how I like them. I picked up these rods at the East Tennessee Fishing Show, and so far I've liked it. I've got the 7-foot medium heavy, and this is basically going to be my big heavy frogging rod. It's a 7.6 heavy action. It's a G-Rod, the Game Changer series, and I've got 65-pound Power Pro braid tied on there. And it's going to be just my big heavy flipping rod, punching rod, and my frogging rod. And I've got it paired up to a Flowego, Daiwa Flowego 8-to-1 gear ratio. So far, I've been really happy with that rod. Now, I might end up probably changing out like the line and throwing a big Carolina rig. Maybe, we'll see. The next rod, this one is this was actually another G-Rod, the Game Changer series, and it's a 7-foot medium heavy. And basically, I'm just taking this rod. I mean, it's light. It's extremely light. It's extremely sensitive. I've been very impressed with this rod. That's the 13 Fishing Origin TX, and from 1-3 Fishing. So 7.3 to 1 gear ratio. It's 15-pound. No, that's 16-pound Sunline fluorocarbon line. I'm gonna try out that. This is basically going to be a trial top setup. This is what I'm just gonna throw in my truck and beat the banks with, and see how I like it. So far, I really like it. I was using it on a jig the other day. You guys probably saw that video, and it's extremely sensitive. Right now, I've got it paired up. I've got it Texas rig styled, and I got a big 12-inch worm, or no, 10-inch. I got a big 10-inch worm on there from Zoom, and we're just going to try that out and give that a shot and see how we like it. But so far, I'm impressed with this rod. The reel, I don't know. I just put this reel on yesterday, and we're going to try out the reel too, see how we like it. So now let's get into the spin rods. The first spin rod I have, I've got 3 of them. The first spin rod I have is the Dixie Custom Drop Shot Special. It's a 6-foot 10-inch, and that is 4 pound, or no, not 4 pounds, 6 pound Seaguar red label fluorocarbon line, and I've got rigged up drop shot. I love throwing a drop shot, especially on Fort Loudon Lake. It seems to get a lot of good bites for me. I mean, they're not big bites. They're, you know, it's the days that I'm having issues catching fish. I'll tie on that drop shot, and for some reason, I'll start catching fish. Going on down to the other spin rods. They are also G-Rods, Game Changer series, and they're both 7-foot medium actions. I've got one paired up with a Daiwa Revros reel, spin reel, and I've been extremely happy with this reel. This reel is pretty freaking awesome. I will admit that. It's I've been extremely happy with it. I've got it rigged up shaky head. I've got it rigged up as a shaky head, and that is also like I said, a 7-foot medium Game Changer series from G-Rod. And so far I've been pretty happy with this rod as well. The other setup, now I've got it paired up with another 13 Fishing Source X spin reel. That's the same reel that's on the Dixie Custom drop shot rod as well. I've got it, you know, basically just a Damiki rig. I've not tied that off yet from being on Cherokee Lake a couple weeks ago. and that is 8-pound fluorocarbon line. So that's pretty much my setup for this year. It's not going to change. That's going to be, you know, I'm still going to use Dixie Custom rods, and I'm still probably going to be using G rods. So far I've been impressed with them, and I might buy one or two here and there, and you know, can't ever have enough rods and reels, in my opinion. I like to have a setup for everything. So guys, I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Go ahead and click that little bell down there. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. I'm trying to upload as much as possible. Right now, I'm in a, I've got my foot, I got my foot in a boot, and I'm walking around a little funny. I'm actually able to finally start walking around, so hopefully we'll get healed up and we'll get the kayak back out there on the water and do some more fishing. I'm actually going to miss the tournament on March 10th, the 10 Cat Series up on Norris. I'm not going to be healed up in time to compete in that tournament, and so I don't want to get out there and end up re-injuring myself unloading or loading the kayak. And then plus it's hard to pedal with this big boot on. So I mean, I guess I could paddle around, but I just don't want to re-injure anything. I don't need to be out of work any longer than I already am. So I'll end up missing that tournament, and then the next tournament after that is going to be down on Chickamauga, I believe. So I'm excited about that. Can't wait to get down to Chick. I love Chick. So hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be good fishing then. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. You guys are great, and we'll see you next time.